DM Philosopher here, Matt's the name. Just going over my latest pack here. I've got the Desert Caves battle mat here. This pack actually goes quite well with the Desert Badlands map because it's based around a very tight sort of ravine that these two caves are based out of. The Badlands have got a series of ravines but that's a whole bunch of ravines. This one's got the caves attached to it. So anyway, let's have a look at these maps. So this here is the basic map. This is the core ravine, so that's exposed, to sunlight, hence the plants that can grow in the daylight. And off that ravine we've got two caves. So this one here on the left is a bit more simple, but it's got larger sort of spaces there, so this could be home to larger creatures and so on. So this is the simpler one. This one's a little bit more complex off to the right here, where you've got these sort of closed in areas. So this could make a good map for your smaller creatures, your hobgoblins, your orcs, or whatever you choose it to be really, but they can be sort of closed off. So you can imagine a leader and his entourage being on one, and then some generals or warriors and stuff being the other one, and then you've got this sort of top area which is a bit more open. So you got these two cave options in this map. As a DM, obviously, you could just sort of close off one of them, just mark it off as that's cliff, and then use only one of the caves, or vice versa. So you can mark this one off and just use this one cave. So it sort of doubles your options there. Likewise, as a DM, you could close off any section of this cave to make it into a configuration that really suits you and your needs. So that way you could end up with a plethora of cave options. Now, obviously, yes, it's not as nice, but if you just sort of mark it off or put in a barrier if you're on VTT, but it serves its purpose. It gives you a lot more usage out of it, and it keeps your players on your toes as well. So that's the Desert Cave basic map. We've got the same map but in gridless form. We've got nighttime gridded and nighttime gridless map. This also has a series of point of view shots like in my other packs. So we've got an approach to the caves here. We're looking into the left hand cave there, and we sort of just sort of have a bit of a wander around there, and then we have a look at the right hand cave here, and just have a bit of a wander around in there. And then we've got exactly the same shots but at night time, and so exactly the same vantage points as the daytime shots, just taken at night time. Just to, it helps when your encounters are at night, and you can give point of view shots that reflect that. So that is the Desert Caves map pack. Like I say, it goes quite well with the rest of the desert series. It helps flesh out your desert campaign, so it's not just all sand, because that gets kind of boring. The way you can sort of manipulate this space leads to quite a good variety of encounter spaces. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope it enriches your games. Otherwise, thanks for listening, and happy gaming, people.